Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today I thought I'd do a little what's in my bag type of video and show you all the things I like to carry around with me on the days where I go out and make art. I've been wanting to make a video like this for years and years and years now, but for most of my life my bag has just kind of been a glorified trash bag, but I have finally gotten to the point where I'm good at cleaning out my bag, where I have like a bag that I kind of like. I do like it. It is my big girl bag and I just feel like I could do this now. Not that you need a really nice bag to film one of these videos, but you guys get the point. I guess the first thing we could start with is my actual bag. This is the bag, my day-to-day bag that I usually tend to carry around with me. When I really need to carry around a lot of stuff, I will bring my book bag with me. Love that thing. That thing has been with me for ages, years and years and years. But usually if I'm just going out to make art, this will do. I got this bag about a year ago. I'd say it's like an okay bag. She's good. She's very cute. She is functional, but I think for what it is and for the price that it is at, I don't think I'd get it again. I originally got this bag with the intention of it being like my carry my entire life in it bag, but it ended up being a little bit smaller than I anticipated. I just find myself being a little bit more strategic when I am picking the things that I'm going to carry with me on the day-to-day when I do have this bag. But, you know, that's not the bag's fault. I should have looked more into the dimensions. That being said, let's get right into the contents of this bag. I guess since this is kind of an artsy edition, I will start off with the sketchbooks I like to carry with me. I tend to carry around, I'd say, 3 different sketchbooks with me when I'm going out to draw. I do not carry all 3 of them at once, but if I'm going out to draw, I will have at least one out of the 3 of these sketchbooks. The first sketchbook that I will show you is this sketchbook right here. This is my proper true sketchbook. I draw in here ugly drawings, I have experimental drawings, drawing on the wind drawing. I will plop this in all of my bags. It's even small enough to fit in some of my coat pockets, so this thing is like always with me. I just mess around in here. I don't really show people the stuff that's in this sketchbook, so it is a very safe sketchbook. I do whatever in here without worrying about, I guess, the opinions of others. My other 2 sketchbooks, I would say I'm much more intentional with them. I have a lot of goals when I am working at them. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'd say the first one is this one right here. If the first sketchbook is my ugly sketchbook, then this is my pretty sketchbook. She is so cute. I went into the sketchbook with the intent of this turning out to be like a finished piece of artwork. I draw a lot of black and white illustrations in here. It is an accordion sketchbook, so I think about layout and composition a lot when I'm working in here. And I guess I could just show you guys the first page. This is what it looks like, and since it's accordion sketchbook, it just kind of goes on forever. Wait, let me grab it from the right direction. Just goes on forever like this. And I only take this sketchbook out on the days where I know I want to work in here and illustrate on the drawings in here, I'd say. The next sketchbook that I have is this sketchbook right here. This is my webcomic sketchbook. I draw everything in here and then I transfer it, you know, digital files. I digitize it afterwards. I only take it out with me on the days where I know I'm going to be working on the comic. And I guess I could show you guys like the first page of it, which is here. Yes, this is the comic in its original form before it reaches a screen. So depending on the day, I will either just have this sketchbook on me, I'll have these 2 sketchbooks on me, which is the comic one, or I'll have this sketchbook and this sketchbook on me. Yes. At the end of the day, this one is always on me. It just depends what I'm doing. And I guess since we're still kind of in the notebook sketchbook realm, I'll show you guys this one as well. This one is not a sketchbook, but she is very useful in my life. She informs a lot of like the stuff that ends up happening in a lot of my sketchbooks and a lot of my artwork, because this is basically my art planning sketchbook. This is where I plan a lot of my creative projects. I just, you know, plan everything in here, I organize everything in here, I make schedules of when I'm going to work on things. This basically lets me not get overwhelmed when I am creating, since over the years I have found myself picking up more and more just creative projects in general. I don't always have her on me. I usually just have her on me on the days where I'm going out to work on my webcomic. And now that we've kind of touched on all the notebooks that I like to carry around with me, I guess I could show you all the things I used to fill up these notebooks with. And I guess we'll start with the basics. I will show you a pencil. I always have a pencil on me. This pencil is just a standard mechanical pencil. It's nothing special. I've had it since like middle school, and I just like to have thin lines when I'm drawing, so this is what I use. Next, I like to always have pens on me. Over the past recent years, I've found myself drawing more and more and more with just like pens, and these are the pens that I like to use. They're just Micron pens. I have been using them for years, and I like them a lot. They're pretty reliable. They come in different sizes. Yeah, they work. There's nothing too special about them other than the fact that I like them and they're what I'm used to. On top of those like regular pens, I like to carry around brush pens with me, just because sometimes I like to switch up, you know, the line weight, you know, make my drawing look a little bit more interesting. So this is when this will come in. It also makes the coloring process a lot faster because the brush is just way thicker. And because I tend to work so much in black and white nowadays, I like to always have some markers with me. Right now I have only pink markers on me, but yes, I always have at least one of these in my bag, so I can add a pop of color when I feel like it. I also like to carry around a kneadable eraser, and yes, these are so fun because they erase everything without leaving any eraser shaving, so it is hassle-free, mess-free. It's basically like Play-Doh. That's what the consistency of it is like. And I've had it for many years, and I feel like this will last forever as long as you don't lose it. Okay, I guess next thing we could kind of talk about is, I'd say my wrist brace. I always have a wrist brace on me, especially if I'm going out to draw, because I have a little bit of wrist issues. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but it is something that I have been dealing with for many years now. I like to put this on me, and it will alleviate a lot of the pain that I am having and just kind of make the drawing process a lot more comfortable and like bearable. And I guess since we're kind of on the topic of ergonomics, another thing that I like to carry with me is this pencil grip, which just makes the drawing process a lot more easier. It makes the pencils a lot more comfortable to grip. This one, I like to keep one in like all of my bags just so I don't forget it. Yes, I like to use this one specifically for my tablet pencil, my Apple Pencil. The pencil is like so thin and very uncomfortable, so this makes it easier to grip. I also have that grip on my pen that I like to use a lot, and sometimes I'll find myself like interchanging the grip in between pens just to make, you know, the whole drawing process a lot more comfortable. I'd say those are mainly all, I'd say, like the art related things that I like to carry with me in my bag. All the things that are left are more regular, more mundane things, you know. And I guess we could just start off with this pouch. This pouch, I just carry a bunch of, you know, I'd say toiletries in here essentially. I have lotion, chapstick, floss, you know, a bunch of random things. Nothing too interesting in there, but it's cute. It's cow print. My mom gave this to me. I also like to carry around headphones with me. Yes, I like to carry around headphones because I always like to have them on me. You never know when you're gonna need them. Sometimes I like to listen to music. I often listen to audiobooks as well, so that's why I have them on me. I have hand sanitizer. It's not in my toiletry kit because it doesn't fit in there, but I always like to have some on me because I don't like germs. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so I will always have hand sanitizer on me. I also like to carry around a charger. Yes, charger. I like to carry it around because sometimes when I go out to draw, I'll bring my tablet with me, so I don't want it to die. So I have this on me, and if I don't have my tablet on me, I will have my phone on me. I guess I'll show you, the tablet now. I guess this technically falls into like the art stuff, one of my art supplies. Yes, this tablet right here, I don't carry it around with me often, but I do carry it with me on the days where I'm going out to work on digital art, or if I'm in the process of digitizing my traditional drawings, I will obviously take this with me and work on it. I mainly just work on Procreate, and yeah, that's about it. And now we have just about 3 things left. Here is one another thing I like to carry on me, my trusty little water bottle. I always like having water on me because I hate being thirsty. And it's just a water bottle that I've had for years. I also like to have, obviously, my phone on me. She's with me nearly everywhere I go. I also carry more boring things like wallet, keys, but I didn't feel like showing that to you guys. And last but not least, the last thing I like to carry on me is this mini little e-reader. I always have a book on me. I will always have a book on me because I like to read a lot, and I personally prefer a physical book over an e-reader any day, but my bags have I haven't been having as much space in them in recent years, so this is just a good way to just have a book on me without taking up a lot of space. It is very tiny. It is basically smaller than my phone. Yeah. So that is about it. Those are all the things I like to carry around with me when I am going out to make art. Obviously, the amount of sketchbooks and stuff I have on me varies on the day-to-day. Generally speaking, you will find these things on me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun talking about the stuff in here. I guess just a reminder that you don't need all these things or any of these things when it comes to like drawing and making art on your own. The best things to have when it comes to creating are the things that you already have. That's about it. I don't have that much to say anymore. If you got to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!